clock separate from the clock that's running everything. So I've called that out separately. I may be wrong, but let's work through it. Now, in order to pull those things in, right, the program memory, the CPU, the RAM, the 7-segment display, and the debounce switches, we need to go through, and in the architecture for our pulling it all together, we need to put a component statement in for every component that we need. And the port here should match the port statement in the definition of the component. So here is the debounce switch, right? And if we have a look at the debounce switch port definition, there it is. That looks exactly like what we've got here. And then there's the RAM, and I haven't gone through and checked that all of these are okay, but this seems okay. There's the RAM. There's the program memory, right? That's the ROM. And there's the CPU. And there's the 7-segment display. Now that just says these components exist. They don't actually create any of the components. So what I've done, at least for the debounces, these two down the bottom here, is I've created an instance of the debounce switch for the clock, and I've created another instance of the debounce switch for the reset button. Okay, and that has the appropriate port map. It takes in the board clock. That's why I thought we might need the board clock, because that's the thing that tells us when we're how to debounce. It takes in the clock input, which is could be the board clock, but it's more likely to be the button that we want to clock our CPU with, and then the output is the debounced output. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to try and instantiate all the other things, the ROM, the RAM, the CPU, the 7-segment driver in here, just by doing the same thing, finding a name and then doing the appropriate port map. And you'll notice I've defined a couple of signals here to capture the value of the debounced clock and the value of the debounced reset switch. Okay. I will continue with this, and hopefully I can do another video update later today.